Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen and channel. So today I'm going to show you my version of lentil peas, stew lentil peas. I have my lentil peas here already washed and it goes into this pot here. This has to boil to soften before I do my next step with all those lovely veggies. So you're going to add your lentil peas in your pot, your washed lentil peas, and you're going to add in your water, hot water to start up, or you can use regular tap water, doesn't matter, it will come up to temperature. Right, and I am going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt because it is 2 packs of lentil peas. You better mix, and when it's almost finished I will show you that consistency that I want it at. Right now it's a hard bean, it's very hard, so I'll show you when it's almost done what it looks like. We're going to cover it, let it come up to that boil, and have it on medium. In the meantime, you can prepare your veggies. So these are the veggies that I have here to go into my lentil peas or stew lentil peas, and I will give you an idea what I will be using in my version. So here I have my carrots that has been diced. I have my garlic, I have my carrots, I have my sweet peppers, my tomatoes, I have here my pimento peppers with my hot scotch bonnet pepper. I also have here some celery and some chives together with fine thyme. And I'll be using some ketchup, some brown sugar to do my stewing, and I also have here my Worcestershire sauce, and I have here my soy sauce. Also, you will need a pot. So let's get cooking and putting the lentil peas together. I'll show you where it has reached. So you see I've already cut it up, everything, all my veggies, and the lentil peas is almost finished. So let me show you. Right, I've just added back a little water when that first set of water had almost dried out, and as you can see it's almost to that consistency that I am looking for. So it's looking perfect right now, so I'm going to strain it and I'll show you the next step in putting it together. So in the same pot that it was in, I just washed it, and we're going to start with some oil. Now some people leave out that oil because of health reasons. If they're diabetic and they don't want to use the oil and they don't want to use the sugar, it's fine, it's a preference. But I love using my oil and my sugar when I'm stewing my beans. Right, that's the Trini way, the traditional Trini way, or the authentic Trini way as they say. But if it's for health reason, then feel free to skip that step. Skip the oil. You can use the sugar, it will brown, it will caramelize on its own. Or you can make your beans without that oil and sugar. As I said, it's a preference, right? So to the oil, I'll be adding my sugar. to caramelize and to get that beans all with a pretty color. And let that come up to a caramelized or a caramel, nice caramel color, and I'll show you. So you see how it's starting to bubble and get that nice color, that caramel color. So now I'm going to start layering up my ingredients. I have my onions, oatmeal, I have my garlic, oatmeal, and I also have my peppers that will go in. Now I'm just adding half of that scotch bonnet pepper. I will taste it and decide if I'm going to use the other half, because I added the seed as well too. Now a lot of people add that ketchup to that sugar when it caramelizes, and then add the ingredients, the rest, like the onions and the garlic and the pepper. But I like to flavor up that sugar and that oil before I add the ketchup. In goes my tomatoes or tomatoes. See how the colors are going to start to come in. In goes my carrots. In goes my sweet pepper or bell pepper. Let that saute up for a couple minutes. Let all that flavors come together. Get to know each other here in the pot. They're making friends at the moment. And in goes a sprinkle of salt. We just need a sprinkle because remember the beans, the lentil or lentil peas was boiled with that 2 teaspoons of salt. Right, now that everything has gotten to know each other here, in goes my sprig of thyme or fine thyme. And the scent of that is coming out of that. It's really, really nice. In goes half of my chives. And in goes half of my celery. The rest will go in after. When it's almost finished, that other half of chives and celery will go in. And I'm going to add my ketchup. Now I'm just adding half of that ketchup. Okay, when I mix the beans in, I will know if I'm adding the rest. The ketchup is what makes that gravy, the consistency of that gravy, on a thin side or on a thick side. The beans has a lot to do with that thickness as well too. And in goes my beans. Right, we're going to give this a mix to coat everything together, and then we will add back some liquid. See, it has a nice consistency. So the beans is already boiled. All we need to do is add hot water to it so it will continue cooking. Add a little bit and give it that mix until you get a nice consistency to your likeness. So this is too thick at the moment, so in goes a little water again. Now it's turning better, it's feeling lighter, it's not feeling heavy or thick. And you see all those beautiful colors. It balances out the color of that bean. So here is where you will taste, and it will be perfect. I don't really have to taste that. See, I knew it, because when you're cooking for a long while, you know that measurement by in the back of your head, you know. So I will add in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of that soy sauce. This is optional, but I just like that little flavor it gives it. And lastly, what I will add is a spoon of my green seasoning. Right, a spoon of that green seasoning, and a little bit of just garlic and pimentos or pimento pepper. Right, that's just to finish it off. See how simple it is to put together any beans. Basically, this is the same ingredients that I use for all of my beans. Lastly, my chives and my celery. And that's it. Give that a mix. So as you can see, you didn't have to use all the ketchup. Right? It's just when it's cooking and putting together, you will know that consistency that you need. Has a perfect consistency here and a color. So I will give you a closer look, and see how pretty that pepper would look here. And I will give you a closer look to what this looks like. This can be eaten with rice or roti or just like this. When you're making lentil pea soup, all you need to do is add more water. Top it up with water and you will have a nice lentil pea soup to eat just like that. Right? I am turning off my stove here because it will get thicker as it cools down. And that's it. Perfect, beautiful, delicious lentil peas.